Hey, Gotham fans and Wizard World fans, thank you for joining us. My name is Tony Kim. I'm super excited to be able to host this Gotham panel, this international Gotham panel. We have guests from fans from all over the world tuning in from Brazil, Germany, the UK, Canada, Mexico, and then we have all over domestic USA, California, Indiana, Florida, all across the US. But this is a very special panel. It's really catered to our Japanese fans. And so, konnichiwa, and thank you for joining us. But I'm not hosting this panel by myself. I'm joined by Lemmy. Hi, Lemmy.
Hello, I'll be translating today. はじめまして、ダンカンレミと申します。本日、通訳をさせていただきますので、よろしくお願いします。
All right. So let's just jump right into it. We're really excited. We have the cast of Gotham here to share their experiences about the incredible show, 5 seasons of life in Gotham City. And so we can't wait to hear their stories. And so let's first welcome to our virtual stage, Bruce Wayne himself. Please welcome David Mazouz. David.
Hey everybody, really excited to be here.
Hi.
David, where are you tuning in from?
I'm tuning in from my home of Los Angeles, California. So anybody who's in California, let's go. We're in this together.
I'm in Orange County, so just down the street from you. So.
Oh, yeah. I love your Batman.
Let's
the whole team behind you.
Yeah. Yeah, there you go. Well, let's welcome playing Barbara Kean. Let's please welcome Erin Richards.
Hi.
Hi, Erin.
Hi.
Hi.
Konnichiwa. I think that's how I say hello.
Where are you tuning in from?
I am in New York currently.
Right.
I think the cat is oh yeah, here's my cat. I'm with my cat.
What's your cat's name?
What's that?
Your cat's name?
This is Littles. I got Biggie and Littles, so this is Littles. They look very similar, but this one's much smaller than the other one because the other one eats all of this one's food. That's why this one's really small. The other one's huge.
All right. And next, let's welcome Oswald Cobblepot himself, Robin Lord Taylor.
All right.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, hi.
We meet again.
Yes, nice to see you.
Yeah. Where are you tuning in from?
I'm tuning in from the great state of Iowa. I am with my mom, who is in my very exclusive pod. So yes, here we are.
Well, I know Erin and Robin, I appreciate you. I know that you're tuning in. U.S. is kind of late for you all, but it's not quite as late as Sean Pertwee, where he's coming in from. So Sean, welcome to our panel. Hey.
Yeah, I'd like to say good morning, but it's not really. It's a little early. It's 4 in the morning here, so
4 in the morning. He's got us all beat. So. Thank you. And you didn't say exactly where you are tuning in from.
I'm lucky enough. I'm in my new house in Gloucestershire, in the countryside, in the Bothy, which is a little outhouse, and it's lovely. But there's not many people around, you know.
Well, thank you for joining us so early in the morning, and so we appreciate.
I know. Thank you for having me.
Appreciate it. So, well, let's just jump right to it. I'm going to ask these questions, and Lemmy's going to translate, and then of course you guys will give answers, and then you have to give a moment, especially for the any of the group questions. Just give Lemmy a chance to catch up on the translations. So, but let's just jump right into it. You know, we have a fan, I think, that really gave us a very relevant question. So Honey Hext wanted to ask, what have you learned new in quarantine, like a new hobby learned in quarantine? So Lemmy?
はい。外出自粛中に新しい趣味などはできましたか?
So anyone have anything that they'd like to share?
I learned a new sport called spikeball. I don't know if anybody watching knows spikeball, but yeah. I'm getting nods from someone in Orange County, which makes sense. It's like mobile volleyball. It's really fun. I've played with my friends like every day for hours upon end, and I'm just getting really good at my hand-eye coordination. So I guess that's something.
スパイクボールというスポーツを学びました。目とか、体のコーディネーションにとてもいいようなスポーツです。友達とやってます。
Robin, how about you?
I have learned how to support and help my spouse with any project that he decides to take on. I'm very, very blessed to be married during this time to someone that I actually enjoy. And so I've learned to be a very good helper.
パートナーをサポートして支えることを学びました。この外出自粛中に本当にとても愛しているパートナーと一緒に過ごせて感謝しています。
Erin?
I was just considering whether I should say this, but I think it's fine. I learned a tantra meditation today, which is like it was my first tantra class. So so I might be glowing. I don't know if you noticed. Yeah, so that was fun. I hadn't done anything like that before, so it was a really interesting kind of experience.
ちょっと言っていいか迷いますけど、タントラ瞑想というのを学びました。で、今日もちょうどしたばっかりでとても楽しかったです。
John, anything new in quarantine land?
Yeah, I've learned patience, really. I have a dog that I think he suffers from irritable bowel syndrome or something. But I've learned patience. I've got a little puppy called Helmut that's been by my side throughout this dreadful year, this pandemic. So I've just learned to be extremely patient. It's like having a small baby again in the house. It's absolutely wonderful. You might get the opportunity of meeting him later if my beautiful wife brings me a cup of coffee in a minute. She might bring him in to say hi.
この外出自粛期間中に忍耐を学びました。ヘルメットという犬を飼っているんですけど、そのワンちゃんが IBS になってしまって、本当に新生児を世話しているような感じだったんですけど、そのおかげで忍耐を学ぶことができました。
Well, the world of Gotham and the world of Batman is so expansive. And so we'd love to ask how you got your respective roles. And so I'll start with Erin once Lemmy translates.
How I got my
今回
Oh, sorry.
Oh, sorry. 今回役柄をどういうふうに決まったかというその経緯をお伺いしていきたいと思います。Sorry, Erin, take it away.
Thank you. Thank you for translating. So I was in LA and I did the what's called pilot season, which is like a period of time where lots of the different shows are casting. And I sort of went through the rounds and it was down to, I think, me and another person, another woman, I'm assuming. And they said that they would let us know by about 7 o'clock, I think, in the evening after they call it like a test, where you go and you sort of do it in front of all the big execs, etc. So I got in my car and I was driving and I remember 7 o'clock came. And I sort of was like, oh, okay, I didn't get it because they haven't called me. And then about 20 minutes later, I'd gone out to buy some dog food for my friend's dog. And I was driving back and I was going past this like really old car, like used car place. And I saw the phone ring and it said the agent's name. And I was like, oh my God. So I pulled over next to this like scrap metal place and accepted the call and got the job and then delivered the dog food.
LA にいた時、そのパイロットシーズンというシーズンがありまして、キャスティングに参加していました。そして2名残っていて、そのテストシュートみたいなことをしたんですけど、その後その日の7時までに合否の連絡があると聞いていたので待ってたんですけど、7時が回っても全く連絡がなかったので、もう選ばれなかったんだなって思っていました。で、車を運転していて、ドッグフードを買ってたんですけど、運転している時に20分後電話がかかってきて、ちょっと車を寄せて合否の連絡を受けた時に決まったということを知ってとても嬉しかったです。で、その後はちゃんとドッグフードを配達しました。
even though I don't understand Japanese, hearing the translations is such a beautiful language. And so thank you, Lemmy, for
No, thank you.
Yeah. Sean, how about you? How did you come across the role of Alfred?
I was actually in Manhattan at the time. I was lucky enough to be working on a show called Elementary with my friend Johnny. And I got the call to go down to see the second round because I'd been on tape to go meet the director and producer, Danny and Bruno. But I was staying at a friend's house, but I had to get back to Manhattan the next morning to start filming again on the show that I was on. But I was at a London friend of mine called Mickey Kirbishley. And like Erin, we waited for hours. It was supposed to be at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And I was getting extremely nervous because I thought they might want me to go back in or something like that. And when the phone did actually ring, Mickey got himself in such a state and was so nervous, more nervous than I was. He ran away with my phone. He ran down to the end of the garden with the phone. So I had to chase him to get the phone off him to find out what the answer was, whether I got the job or not. But I did get the job, and here we are.
その当時マンハッタンにいて、エレメンタリーというシリーズの撮影をしていたんですけど、その時とちょうど友達の家にいて、何時間経っても連絡が来ないので、夕方4時で何時間も経って、連絡が来ないな、もうダメだなと思ってたら、友達といて、そのミッキーというお友達がいるんですけど、そのミッキーが自分以上に緊張していて、連絡が来た時にその携帯電話を持って行っちゃって合否の連絡がちょっとすぐ聞けなかったので、ミッキーの方に行って電話を取って聞いたら受かったということを知ることができました。
Rob, I can't think of out of all the rogues gallery of Batman, I mean, I can't imagine you being cast as Penguin would have been intimidating and just mind blowing. So how did you come across that role?
I stumbled across it. It was just an audition like any other audition that we've all had throughout our careers, and yeah, it went really well. And yeah, I went to Los Angeles and I was there for a week, and then I was staying in a hotel. And it was my last night in Los Angeles, and I ordered room service. And right before the room service arrived, I got the call that I got this job, that I was cast as the Penguin. And I was freaking out and crying, and I was very emotional. And that was when the woman knocked on the door with my food. So I had to share that moment with the woman who delivered my room service in Los Angeles. So yeah, it was an amazing moment.
オーディションに参加しました。そしたらそのオーディションがとてもうまくいって、LA に1週間ほど行きました。その LA に行った際に最後の夜、ルームサービスをお願いしたんですけど、そのルームサービスが来る前に連絡が来て、ペンギン役が決まったということを知って、もうとても感激して喜んでいたら、ルームサービスが来て、ちょうどその方とその気持ち、嬉しさを共有することになりました。
And David, I would imagine that you were maybe 12, 13, 14, I guess, when you started in the role of Bruce Wayne. And so as a young actor, how did you get that role? And then did you even, at the time, comprehend the magnitude of it? So.
No, not at all. I was 12 when I was auditioning for it. Did not at all comprehend what it was. I would say until like season 2 of the show. But yeah, I auditioned like everybody else, and I kept coming back to audition again. They kept saying like, this is the last one, this is the final test, and then they bring me in for another test, and that happened a few times. And then one day, it was like during the process, we kept hearing like, they're going to start auditioning people in this place and then in this place, and so it was just like up in the air for a really long time. And then finally one day, my mom picked me up from school and said, "You got it, and we have to fly to New York tomorrow." So that's kind of how it happened for me. But I mean, just like everybody, like one of the moments in my life that is the most vivid in my memory. I'm never gonna forget that ever.
オーディションを受けた時12歳でした。その役の重大さを感じたのはシーズン2あたりなんですけど、オーディションをしている間に何回もオーディションを受けて、実際決まるのかどういう風になるのか全くわからない感じがずっと続きました。そしてある日お母さんが役が決まったよって教えてもらって、だから明日からヨーロッパに行くということを聞いて、それが一番人生で鮮明に残っている印象深い瞬間になりました。
Well, we have so many fans around the world that are Gotham fans, but we wish that we not only could read their questions but have them on this panel. But we're very excited that we at least could have a couple join us on this panel. Lemmy?
本日世界中のファンの方が参加していただいているんですけど、その中から数名参加していただきたいと思います。
So please welcome, hi Karen and Candace. Thank you for joining us on this panel.
Hi everybody, how are you? We're from Gotham Addicts, and we've been around since the beginning with all of these guys.
Yes, you have. Yes.
Yay!
Yeah.
I remember the first time I met you guys at the premiere, and it's been an amazing ride ever since. So thank you for always being there and being great to all the fans.
Thank you for being there.
Thank you so much.
I love you guys.
You are so welcome.
Love you too.
So
Karen's
representing
got a question for you guys.
Yeah,
we
so
have a
representing
question.
Our Gotham Addicts fans. Karen, go for it.
Okay, you ready? If your Gotham character was chosen to compete in the Amazing Race, what other Gotham character would be your teammate and why?
はい。訳させていただきます。あなたのゴッサムキャラクターがリアリティテレビ番組で競わないといけなければ、チームメンバーとしてどのゴッサムキャラクターを選びますか？そしてどうしてその方を選びますか？
I think Robin has a good question or a good answer to this. I could see it on his face.
I mean, after all of those seasons with all of those amazing scenes with my dear Corey Michael Smith, I'm going to have to choose the Riddler. Thank you so much. Yeah.
はい。すべて素晴らしいエピソードなんですけど、エピソードでずっと訳していて皆さん素晴らしいんですけど、Riddler のコーリー・マイケル・スミスさんを選びます。
Excellent.
The Riddler ですね。はい。
Erin, how about you?
Well, I couldn't take a trip without my partner in crime, Tabitha, played by Jessica Lucas, of course, who I miss dearly. Yeah, you know, Babs and Tabs forever. So I
Stabby Babs.
Okay.
はい。タベタのやっぱりジェシカ・デイビスさんですかね。
Sean?
Well, I mean, it would have to be young Master, or not so young Master Bruce now, in fact. It would have to be Master Bruce, because at least we could fly first class or something like that.
Well, that's true.
やっぱり若い
That's the reason.
やっぱり若いマスターブルースさんですかね。ブルースさんを選んだら絶対ファーストクラスで飛ぶことができるので。
Yeah, I think this is an easy question for me too. I'd have to go with my trusty second man, Alfred. I don't think Bruce is capable of much without Alfred. So.
Yay!
Right,
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you
Gotham
so
Addicts.
much.
Thank you, Karen. Thank you,
Okay, we'll
Candace.
see you guys later. Have a great rest of the show.
Yeah, thank you.
And
David
definitely...
さん。
Go ahead.
Oh, should I translate David? Yes. デイビッドさんはやっぱりアルフレッドさんを選びますということです。はい。
Yeah. So yes, thank you, Karen and Candace, for your question, and thank you, and follow them at Gotham Addicts, and thank you for joining us. And so, well, let's jump to another question. Let's look at our questions here. Many of our fans are asking, what's your, out of 5 amazing seasons, what's your favorite memory from the course of 5 years?
今までシーズンが5つあって、5年間撮影しているということですけど、一番思い出のあるエピソードなどはございますか？
Davi, can we start with you?
Yeah. Wow. I think the first. I mean, obviously, this is a hard question because 5 years of memories. It's tough to pick one. But I think one of the most vivid just memories for me is shooting the scene with Bruce and Jerome in the Hall of Mirrors in season 3. Just because it was for a lot of reasons. One, it was the first time we saw a proto Batman versus proto Joker kind of thing at all on the show. So as a fan, for me, it was really exciting. Two, just being in Bruce's world, this was the first time that he steps up to the plate and defeats a villain on his own, which was also a really exciting moment. And just in general, that episode was one of my favorites. And so kind of being in that climactic moment and also, making that decision for the first time, which is such a famous thing in the Batman canon, and seeing how Bruce decided not to kill was just a really cool thing. So I think that's one of my favorite memories from the show.
これはとても難しい質問なんですけど、やはりシーズン3のエピソードですかね。そこで初めてバットマンとジョーカーが戦うシーンがあるんですけど、それがやはり一番好きなエピソードでした。ブルースが、人を殺さないって決めるシーンでもあるので、はい。
Oh, we have coffee. We have coffee. Take a coffee.
Sorry.
You have to tell her to bring back the dog next time. So. Yeah, Sean, how about you? Any favorite memory from the series?
Well, I'd just like to say right now, all of it. I mean, after this dreadful year, I think that we've all had during, this awful suffering and loneliness and everyone's been experiencing, it's really given me time to sort of reflect and how much I miss these guys. I miss our family, our cast and our crew. The whole thing it seems like a dream now, and boy, do you appreciate things when you don't have them anymore. But there was so many, like David said, there was so many sort of key moments. One of them still, I don't know why, but it was one of the first times we were allowed out of the manor was when I take young Master Bruce to sort of confront his fear, confront a bully, and I give him his father's watch to administer a lesson really to to his nemesis, this bully of his, and he beats him. It's the first time really that you see the bond that is formed, becomes more apparent over the years. That was the first time he's allowed out, and he defends his family name. So that scene when he confronts his bully was my favorite, really.
ダビッドがおっしゃっていたように、すべてのシーンがとても思い入れがあって、本当に家族であるキャストの皆さんが恋しいなって今思っています。大切な瞬間がたくさんありました。でもやはりブルースが初めていじめっ子に立ち向かうシーンがあるんですけど、それが私の一番好きなシーンですかね。父の時計をその時若きブルースさんにあげるんですけど、初めてブルースがその自分の家族の名前、ウェイン家の名前を守るというシーンです。
Erin, how about you? What's your favorite memory or moment from?
Well, funnily enough, my partner has never seen any Gotham, so recently we started watching them from the beginning.
Wow, crazy!
It's so weird. It's really strange to see that. Yeah, to see 5 years, the first season us. But it reminded me of the premiere. Because watching the first episode and that amazing scene, Robin, with you and Ben, where he pretends to shoot you. Spoiler alert: he doesn't shoot Robin. And yeah, I just remember watching that in the premiere and just the whole premiere and how nuts that was for us and how long ago it was, and we were just getting to know each other, and it was just really special, that the whole time, like Sean says, was just magical. And obviously I miss everybody and miss all the fans and miss our family. But yeah, it's actually really nice to go back and watch them all again.
Wow.
Like dying of embarrassment of my acting 5 years early.
Stop it.
My voice is so high in it. It was like, did they change my voice? It's bizarre. Really, really.
はい、実はパートナーがゴッサムのシリーズを見たことがなかったので、今シーズン1から一緒に見返しています。ショーンがロビンを打つふりをするシーンとか、それを見返したり、とても特別で、ファンの皆さん、家族であるファンの皆さんがとても恋しかったなって思うのと同時に、5年前自分の演技を見て、あれこんなに自分の声高かったかなって思って恥ずかしくなったりしています。
And Robin.
Yeah. So, it's hard to answer any of these questions without referencing the year that we have all been through. To tack on to what Erin and Sean and David, what we've all been saying is that, like, the things that I remember most and that I miss the most and that stand out to me now are the scenes where we were all together. Like we had a handful, like there was like at least one in every season where all of us were in the same scene, and Gerard was walking through, like we were all, all the camera ops were like walking around and what no one else sees is that we are all behind the scenes sitting in chairs together, talking and sharing this experience together. And so I would say my favorite scene, the thing that stands out to me now there's the big scene when I smash the vase on someone's head to help the Riddler or something. I don't know. There are a couple, any scene where we're all together.
これはとても、難しい質問なんですけど、皆さんが言っているように、この1年とても大変なことがいっぱいあったと思うんですけど、一番恋しいのはみんなが一緒にいたシーンです。毎シーズン1回はみんなが一緒にいるシーンがあると思います。カメラには映っていませんが、ビハインドシーンズで皆さんが一緒に席で座って一緒に時間を過ごす時間がとても大切でした。はい。
So every fan, whenever these panels, every fan's dream is to have a piece of memorabilia from a show they love. So is there, did you get a chance to leave the show with something that's memorable?
Yes. I didn't do very well, actually. I should have taken my entire wardrobe. But I did take my my waistcoat, watch and fob, and my SAS tie pin, and my little signet ring, which actually has my family crest on, which is a Pertwee de l'Iva, which the props department very kindly embossed for me for the show. So I took those things and I just found them the other day because I've moved into my new house and I've got.
Oh, that's great. So cool.
Things, but that means an awful lot to me because that was my accoutrement. So I kept that.
Can I translate?
Yeah,
Yes.
for sure. You can do the question and then.
ショーからの記念品は何か持ってますかという質問に対して、ショーンさんは SAS のピンとその当時アルフレッド役でつけていた時計と指輪を持ち帰りました。あと先ほど見せていただいた椅子ですね、アルフレッドと書いてある椅子が今自宅にあります。
Anyone else?
I can go next. I definitely didn't get everything that I wanted to. I should have taken way more. Especially Bruce had the nicest clothes, and I just totally took it for granted while I was with them for 5 years. Now I just really wish I could, just casually wear a pair of Gucci shoes on a Tuesday. I should have taken more. That's number one. But what I did get is I got some really cool decorations from around Wayne Manor. There was this really awesome Roman soldier kind of like Trojan helmet lamp. So it looks like a cool helmet thing, but then it's a lamp, functional, works. So I got that. It's my night's. You remember what I'm talking about, John?
Yeah, I do. I didn't know you had that.
Yeah, so it's now it's on my nightstand. It's what I used to.
Did you get our little baby?
I didn't get the baby. I wish I got the baby, but I don't know if you remember, but I got the weird jellyfish things that were on the desk.
Yeah.
Weird thing. Yeah, it looked like snowballs, but they're jellyfish. So I just got like really cool, like random decorations from Wayne Manor, which I was really happy with.
I thought I taught you better, Master Bruce.
当時はブルースがとても綺麗な服を着てたので、今思い返せばもっといろいろ持ち帰ればよかったなって思います。ブルースさんはグッチの靴を火曜日でもグッチの靴を履いてたりするので、もうちょっと今持ち帰ってたんだなという後悔があるんですけど、ウェイン宅から昔のヘルメットの形をしたランプの飾りと、そのウェイン宅のデスクに置いてあったクラゲのオブジェを持ち帰りました。
And Robin, you have a guilty look in your face, and so.
Okay, all right. So I may or may not have absconded with a purple tuxedo that is perfectly shaped to my body pre-COVID-19. So we're gonna flash, a couple of years ago, and it made an appearance in the episode that Erin Richards directed. So I may or may not have that in a storage unit. It may or may not be in Queens. I don't know.
もしかしたら紫のタクシードを持ち逃げしたかもしれないということです。今、コロナの時代になったずっと前にエリン・リチャーズさんがディレクションをしたエピソードの中で着ている衣装なんですけど、もしかしたらクイーンズの倉庫に置いてあるかも置いてないかもということです。
Erin, any memorabilia for you?
Well, unlike David, I made off with about half of Barbara's wardrobe. Right, see, this is where it goes.
David, you should know better.
Yeah, come on, David, it's not your first
rookie. What a rookie mistake.
Well, he's been on a fair few shows. You should know by now. So I got a lot of the clothes, which I'm really grateful for, because Barbara had the most beautiful clothes, and John Glazer, who's our costume designer, just was incredible. But the piece of memorabilia that I have that is really special was right in the first season, Barbara, they asked me to bring like a bunch of pictures to put through Barbara's apartment. Like pictures of me or pictures of my family, and I had a picture of my nana and my paka, who's my mum's mum and dad, and my paka's passed away many years ago, but it was a picture of their wedding day, and my nana just turned 90, and one of my cousins, Maddie, actually got that picture drawn by a friend of hers, made a sketch of it. And now Nana has that sketch in her by her side, so it was really nice that that piece, that thing has like traveled through my life, like that one picture, which is really beautiful. And I have the picture that they had from the set. They gave it to me in the frame.
Right on.
バーバラはとても素敵な服をたくさん持っていたので、バーバラの服半分ぐらいは持っていますということです。はい、シーズン1でバーバラのアパートに置くためにたくさんの写真を持ってきた 来てくださいとスタッフの方から言われたので、その時当時たくさん親戚の写真などを持ち込んだんですけど、おじいちゃんとおばあちゃんの結婚式の、写真があり、その写真を実際使うことになったんですけど、友達がスケッチで描いてくれて、とても綺麗で、今そのスケッチをおばあちゃん持ってるんですけど、現物の写真はセットで使っていたフレームに入ったまま今自分が持ってますとのことです。
I have a real easy question. So after Lemmy translates, you can just nod or shake your head in your response. At Gunner, multiple N's, multiple R's, says Gotham was the best superhero series ever on TV. Wish they would continue it for years on end. Would you want to return to your role?
ゴッサムは今まででも一番最高なスーパーヒーローのシリーズです。今後も役柄を続けたいと思いますか？エリンさん。皆さん。
I have a question from Cal Montemore. He's asking, we only have like a few minutes left, so this is I think a great question as we are winding down our panel. He wants to know, I'm curious about future projects and if you have anything lined up or anything that they can look forward to in your career.
今後将来どういう企画を皆さんが考えているのかとても興味があるんですけど、何かご予定があることがあったら教えていただきたいです。
I know it's hard with the pandemic and everything, all the disruptions that are going on, but does anyone have anything that they'd like to share as far as what's next?
パンデミックでいろいろ大変だと思いますが、何か今後企画していることありますか？
Anybody?
Yeah, the crisp packet just blew past.
I was lucky enough to do a film in LA a month or so ago, like during the pandemic, which was pretty nuts. Like it was a pretty strange experience. It's called Grey Elephant, directed by Owen Mackin, sorry, not Ian. His name is Irish, so I look at it, I see it in my head, which always mixes me up. So Owen Mackin, he did the directing, and it was a fun, New York's happening. It was just a really fun film and kind of crazy to do it within COVID times. And then I'm going to do another film after Christmas in Wales, which seems insane because the lockdown just happened, but apparently filming is essential work. And I said today to my friend, I was like, it's funny because the big joke in TV is like, it's not like we're saving lives. And now we're literally in the same category as people who are saving lives, which doesn't make any sense to me. But, people need entertainment. I understand that. And, so I just hope that that goes by without a hitch and we don't put anybody in jeopardy or, cause any trouble in Wales. But that was called Save the Cinema. So I'll be back in home. This would be really nice. If they let me fly in, I mean, who knows what's happening right now, but yeah.
So that's called Save the Cinema?
The one in Wales is called Save the Cinema, yes.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
1ヶ月前に LA で Grey Elephant という映画の撮影をしました。こちらの映画はオーウェン・マッケンさんという方が監督されています。そして今からはウェールズの方でまた撮影があるんですけど、Save the Cinema という映画の撮影ですね。今コロナの時期なのでいろいろ気をつけながら撮影を進めていきたいと思います。
Anyone else has a project or anything they're working on?
I just shot a short film that was directed by my friend Adam DiCarlo, and he worked on Gotham for all of the seasons of Gotham, and he was my director on the short film. The film is called Skeletons, and it is premiering at film festivals worldwide.
Fantastic.
ゴッサムでもお世話になったアダム・ディカーロというお友達のショートフィルムに参加させていただきました。こちらのショートフィルムは Skeletons という名前で世界中のフィルムフェスティバルで今後上映する予定なのでよろしくお願いします。
I'm in college right now, so taking up a lot of my time. So I'm not necessarily like looking for work, but I also fortunately shot a movie end of last year that should be coming out hopefully sometime next year called The Birthday Cake. And I also did a really cool voiceover that I don't think I'm allowed to talk about, but hopefully could be sharing with you guys soon.
今大学に通っている途中なんですけど、去年 The Birthday Cake という映画の撮影を終えました。そしてもう一つボイスオーバーをしている作品があるんですけど、こちらについてはまだちょっと内緒なので言えないです。
Yeah, and I've just finished a season it's a show called Masterchef, and I do the voiceover. And because of the pandemic, I'll just show you, exclusive, I just built a little studio.
Oh, wow.
So I built a little studio here, yeah. So I've been lucky enough to be able to do that remotely.
I want to see more.
You want to see more?
I want to see a little
Full
bit.
house tour, please.
I just want to see.
I've got to say, I think I leave the technical aspect to other people because I don't know what the hell I'm doing with all that stuff. But I've been doing that. I've been doing a lot of voice work because we're allowed to, and all of the studios have closed down in London. I was going to go and do a show in Australia, and I was lucky enough in a way not to go because they've had it very bad, especially in some of the regions in Australia, and they've been locked down for many months now, and I would have missed my family. I would have been stuck there. So in many respects, I've been very blessed and lucky to be here and being able to work and be with my wife and my dog. But we'll see when things start to open up. There was a couple of things that I'm working on that we're waiting for them to pull the trigger. So, you know.
マスターシェフという番組のボイスオーバーをさせていただきました。今パンデミックでスタジオがすべてロンドンのスタジオがすべて閉まっているので、先ほど映像で見ていただいたと思うんですけど、自宅にスタジオを完備しています。そしてオーストラリアでもう一つ番組をする予定だったのですが、そちらもやはりコロナの影響で行けず、もし行ったとしても何週間もずっと自主的隔離をしないといけなかったり、大変なことになると思ったので、家からその番組に参加させていただいています。家では妻と犬もいるので、こういう環境の中でお仕事ができるのはとても嬉しいことです。感謝しています。
And I'll let David answer our. Oh, go ahead, Erin.
Sorry, I was just going to say I watched Sean in a really great program, which maybe the audience would like to know about. Hopefully they'll have it translated somewhere. What was it called, Sean? That one that you did recently?
I did a show. God, it was a year ago. I mean, that was just. It was called. It was 2 Weeks to Live.
That's it.
With Macy Williams, a brilliant Macy Williams. And I did 1.5 episodes really, but it's really good fun. It's on, I think on I don't know what channel it's on in the States, but have a look. It's Macy Williams from Game of Thrones, of course, and a lot of my other compadres and friends. It's quite fun actually, so have a look.
You're brilliant in it, Sean, and it's like this massive fight scene that he does, and his character is awesome. It was such a good show. I just devoured it. It was brilliant.
Great, thank you. Thanks, Danny.
1年前、ショーンさんが Two Weeks to Live というシリーズに登場しています。1エピソード半ぐらい登場しているそうで、Game of Thrones のメイシー・ウィリアムスさんと出ているので、ぜひぜひチェックしてください。
I think it's on HBO Max, I think.
HBO Max でやってますかね。
So to kick off our final question, David, I'm going to start us off. The pandemic's been, it's so hard on us, so hard on the whole world. But how does everyone here plan to spend their holidays?
今世界中でパンデミックの影響で皆さん大変だと思うんですが、今からholidays といって英語でクリスマスシーズンのことですね。年末のお休みなのですが、どのようにお過ごしの予定ですか？
I plan on having a very chill late December holiday season. I'm going to stay in Los Angeles, just chill with my family. My mom promised, we're Jewish, so Hanukkah just finished, but my mom promised that on Christmas Day she'd make us a Christmas meal, which I was excited about. So I'll get some more turkey and pumpkin pie. And yeah, just, staying inside. And yeah, there's really not much else I can say. We're not doing much.
Right.
I'm going to be in the kitchen. I have a beautiful new kitchen. So unfortunately, my mother, who's slightly old, well, she's older, she's 85 now. She won't be able to join us for obvious reasons. And my sister and my brother-in-law and everyone that was supposed to come. So, you know, I'll have about an 8-kilo turkey if anyone wants to pop by, you know, distance-wise, of course. I'll be on my dog, on the other hand, is delighted about this.
はい、ダビッドさんは家族とLAでまったりする予定ということです。ユダヤ教なのでハヌカを祝い終わった後なんですけど、クリスマスもクリスマスディナーをお母さんが作ってくれる予定で、またジャーキーやパンプキンパイを食べるのが楽しみですということです。はい。そして、お次は、ショーンさんですかね、1キロのターキーを作っていて、家族の皆さんでは食べきれないので、誰か来たい人いたらどうぞ来てくださいということです。
Erin, how about you? How about the holidays?
Hanukkah to you, David. I will be lucky enough, hoping on Monday to fly back home to be with my family, which will be my mum and dad and my sisters and their partners, and we'll bubble into one. Everyone's living together on top of each other, so I'm sure there'll be quite a few rows over, you know, the usual sisterly things. But yeah, we're really hopeful that I can be there and happy if I can be. And sorry to anybody out there that can't be with their family. This is a super, super difficult time. So I'm sending all my love to you.
月曜日にパートナーと父、母、姉妹に会いに行く予定です。今家族の皆さんに会えない方もいると思うので、本当にそれは寂しいことだなって思いますが、皆さん素敵なお休みをお過ごしください。
Robin?
Yes, yeah, like Erin said, I just want to say that, you know, I'm very fortunate that I'm able to take a lot of time to quarantine and then travel and see my mom. That's what I'm doing this Christmas. It is something that, like, you know, I never, you know, this last year has really taught me what is most important to me. And it really is, like, you know, my connections to my family and my friends. And I want to thank all of the fans for allowing us an opportunity to at least look at each other for the first time in a couple months. And so I want to thank everyone for that.
はい。すごい感謝することに、今回このお休み、冬休み、検疫で自主隔離を長い間して、その後母に会えることができてとっても感謝しています。ここ1年本当に自分にとって何が大事なのかなって考える機会があって、もちろん家族や友達が大事ですけど、数ヶ月ぶりにこのような形でファンの皆さんのお顔を見ることができたのも本当に感謝しております。
All right. Well, unfortunately, our time has kind of come to a close. It's such an incredible time. I wanted to first just thank all of our fans for tuning in, listening in from all around the world, and to remind all of our fans to check out the paid exclusive experiences and our one-on-one private chats. Our chats are going to be available on Sunday, January the 3rd here in the US, and then Sunday, January 3rd and in the US, and then Saturday, January 2nd in Japan. And so definitely check out the virtual chat opportunities. Definitely go on the wizardworldvirtual.com to find out more panels and more ways to get exclusives and all kinds of awesome options there on that website. And so, but I do want to say a special thanks to our panel. I know that for you all, we have missed you in Gotham, and we're all hoping that we get to see you not only in other roles, but maybe someday reprise your role from Gotham. We'll just hope and pray. So, but let's just welcome, or let's just thank Erin, Robin, Sean, David. Thank you for joining us.
And thank you to Lemmy for her amazing translation.
Lemmy.
Thank you, Lemmy.
Lemmy, will you
so
teach
nice
us?
meeting you all.
Lemmy, will you teach us how to say thank you to our Japanese fans?
Oh, okay. Japanese fans, 日本の皆様、
日本の皆様、
ありがとうございました。日本の皆様、
日本の皆様、
ありがとう
ありがとう
ございました。
ございました。
I'm gonna read two more messages that came in from our fans. There's been a ton of fan appreciation from both our Japanese fans watching as well as our English language fans. They all truly enjoyed the panel. They want to say thank you so much. I'm totally glad that they were able to experience this. And then another came in and just said thank you so much for this live presentation with Japanese translation. Really, really appreciate it. Thank you. So with that being said,
thank you. Oh my God.
Thank you, Lemmy.
Thank you all. Thank you, Lemmy. And happy holidays to everybody.
Yeah, happy holidays.
Thank you so much, everyone.
Bye-bye. Love from Japan.
Yes.
Arigato.
ありがとうございました。